Now then guys, welcome to Strasz Gaming. I'm Luke and this is another Football Manager 2024 episode with Leicester City. And you join us on the back of the last episode where we just didn't win a game. We lost against Hibs, we drew against Crystal Palace in the league, and after that we've actually picked up a bit of form. We went 5 games unbeaten. We've actually only lost 1 game since you've last seen us play. It's been good. It's now January. It's now the transfer window. We're going to play Liverpool again, and then we've got York in the FA Cup. I feel like it should be a good episode today, so let's get started. Right, so here we are. What have we been doing since you've last seen us? And I want to actually say, before we do that, if you're actually watching this video, please leave a like. I want 4 likes in this video. It'd be great. Just 4 would be wonderful. 2 comments, that'd be great. Just one and 2 or something, that'd be great. Just something just to build traction on the video. It'd be great. But yeah, so this is what we've been doing since you've last seen us. We've had some very, very good results. Like I said before, we lost against Hibs. We drew against Crystal Palace 2-2. We followed that up by playing Tottenham, who are doing all right in the league. And we managed to get a draw. It was 1-1. They scored within the first 6 minutes. It was an alright game. We didn't really have anyone performing too well. We went attacking. We changed the formation a little bit. And Wanya managed to come on and got a goal in the 93rd minute, which was really nice to see. Drewsbury Hall came on. He was back from his injury. He started. He got the assist. Wanya got the goal. Lovely 1-1. We then played VTSC in the Europa Conference. We only won 1-0. Harry Winks got the goal in the 86th minute. Wasn't a special game, but it was a win at the end of the day. We needed a win. I think then guaranteed us the playoffs in UEFA Conference League thing, whatever we're doing. So we're in the next round of playoffs for whatever we're doing. And we followed that up by a 1-1 draw against Fulham, which was frustrating. David Washington, got the first goal for us in the 75th minute. And then Iwobi scored in the 77th. It's one of them ones where Football Manager, I don't know if you have it, when you score a goal and your team's on not good form at the minute, you score a goal, the next highlight is the other team attacking and then they score, and you seem to be the team that's on the top, kind of going at it, and then just all momentum just goes against you when you've scored the goal. It just happens, but it's fine. But we went to Derry City. We played Derry City at home. We won 4-1. Beniotti, by the way, is slowly getting into the team. He's in the team. He's slowly, building his reputation of the team. He is scoring goals. He's looking like he can be a decent Premier League player. He looked all right for his last season when we signed him in the Championship. He never started a game, but on bringing him in as a sub, he did all right. He's now getting, he got 2 goals in this game. He got a penalty and he scored in the 34th minute. Harry Winks scored as well, and Tom Cannon as well also got a goal, which was nice. The big shock of all these results, we managed to keep a clean sheet Let's try that again. The big result is we managed to keep a clean sheet against Chelsea. We won 2-0. Drewsbury Hall and Idran Tok scored. It was a good game. We just dominated Chelsea. For whatever reason, Chelsea just weren't there, and it was away, and we kept a clean sheet, and it was good. It was what we needed to just bolster kind of how we're doing. That was 5 games undefeated, but then we did play Arsenal. We did lose 2-1 against Arsenal. James Justin got a goal back in the 93rd minute, so it looked good. We was all right. We weren't great. Arsenal were just bound to beat us. They did it just in the first half, just at the end of the first half, and right at the beginning of the second half, they got their goals. So it's one of them games. We weren't meant to win that. They're up there in the league, so we'll take that down as a loss. But then we played Southampton. We've just played Southampton. Beniotti getting 2 goals again in the 18th minute and a 69th minute penalty. Patterson Daka getting a goal as well, and they scored in the 9th minute as well. That's the other thing. We went 1-0 down and we came back to win 3-1, which was nice to see. They also had a man sent off as well, which definitely helped. So yeah, so we're coming into this game against Liverpool. And then we've got York in the FA Cup. And I wouldn't normally show this sort of calibre game, but it's York. I've done Twitch saves on York. It's the team that's closest to me in real life. I'm not a York supporter. I'd like to be, but it's the one that's close to me. So yeah, you're at heart a little bit. So that'd be nice to see. So what we're looking at, also injuries, medical centre. We've got some injuries. Jamie Vardy, he's coming back from his injury. He's slowly coming back. He's 3 to 7 weeks. He's not going to play any more games for us, really. He's going to probably last game of the season, or the last couple of games of the season, just to keep going. Martial twisted his ankle. He's been out for a bit. He's been out for another 12 days, and he's unfortunately 29 years old. You know he's injury prone. It hasn't worked out for Martial, but one thing I will say, we got him on a free. So he's worth 34 million. If he comes back fit before the end of January, do we look to cash in and try and sell him for, say, 20 million or 30 million at least? He's £150,000 a week on wage. I think that is going to be the issue. But just try and sell him. Yes, he's scored. In fact, looking at this, he scored 1 league goal for us this season. And then the rest of them have all been in the Europa League. So actually, he's only scored 1 league goal. We got him on a free, so it's not too bad. That's kind of the wage budget. Victor Christensen is out. He's currently out from a strained, from a abdominal strain. He's back in 4 to 8 days. He's alright, I'd say. He'll be kicking around here for a good few years. Yeah, he's doing well for us, but that injury-wise is not too bad. Everyone else is slowly coming back, which is good. We're currently lying league table-wise in 12th place on 24 points. We're definitely getting the gap from the whole relegation battle. We're not that far off now. We're only 2 points off 10th place, which is nice to see, and 6 points off 9th, and 8 points off 8th. So yeah, we're slowly catching the top half of the table. It would be nice if we went on a good run and somehow managed to get into 7th spot to get back into the Europe again. I doubt we will. I've also realised what is wrong with the team. When it came to the bonuses this season, I put it on low, just try and get a bit more transfer budget. The cup competitions, I put it on low, and I think I did the league as well. So that's possibly why we're having the run of form as what we're having. I do want to do a little save where I've got the same players, but I offer new contracts to players that have got big, high, goal scoring bonuses and clean sheet bonuses to see how well they play and how many clean sheets you get, to a team that has small bonuses, no goal bonuses, all that sort of stuff. I feel like that would be a good experiment. So when I figure it out, I might do a little bit of a save on that just to see if it's worth it. So anyway, enough talking. We've got Liverpool. Liverpool are in 5th at the minute. They're chasing down a top 4 finish. Aston Villa, just like in real life actually, they're flying high. They're in 4th place. They did well last season, but then dropped off, I think, in the league. So Aston Villa are not a team that to mess around with. Newcastle dropping down in 9th, and it's kind of thereabouts where it should be. So this is how I believe we're going to line up for this game. I'm just looking. Tom Cannon. Unfortunately, Tom Cannon is... I'm going to have to sell him. He's not good enough, really, and I shouldn't... We're finishing at 15, first touch 11. Yeah, he's a very good, stats-wise, advanced forward. And he had an injury when he first came through. So 91k a week. That's the issue. If we get rid of him, problem is what everyone just wants him on loan and doesn't want to actually sign him. We need to look at just actually selling him just to get a bit of money in to buy another centre-back. So Liverpool today. What I'm going to do, Hermsman, I've promised him some more game time, and he's almost as good, or he's going to be as good as Anthony. It's a game against Liverpool that I've also listed him for loan as well. I might start him today just to give him some game time. The rest of it is going to be how we've been setting up. So we've got Hermsman in goal, Sable, Connor Cody, Ziegler, Justin. With Atakan, Winks and Drewsbury Hall as the midfield three, with Beniotti, Daka and Tok on the left-hand side. Toklomati, or whatever, Toklamat. Anyway, him on the left-hand side. David Washington is on the bench. Again, he's going to be a good player at some point. Very good for the Premier League. Not good enough really to be starting. He's got the stats he can score goals, but shouldn't really be starting. He scored 3 goals for us. I'm starting Daka because Patterson Daka is our player. He's not on loan. We're going to see how he gets on, see if we can get him to be a Premier League player good enough, and it'd be nice to see if he can do that and we can have him as a squad player. Again, he's on a lot of wage, but if we can get that down and make him just like a squad player, it would be good to see. But other than that, there's no really else we need to say about this team. Luke Thomas is the other one that's kicking up a real fuss at the minute. He's not playing enough football. He wants to leave on a free when his transfer's up. He wants to go out on loan. I might actually give him a chance today against Liverpool and just see how he does. I think we can turn his problems around. He will start playing more football. He just needs to get better. With Victor Christensen is the one that's keeping him out of the side, but with him being injured, he's played quite a few games actually, Luke Thomas. So it's one of these ones he's kicking up a fuss about nothing. He is playing football for us this season, so I don't know what his problem is. But the last couple of games, James Justin's played there just to change things up a little bit, and that's what you need to do. You need to change things up because you end up losing. But I'm not expecting us to do well against Liverpool today. And a good save. I thought we were going to concede quite early. That tends to be what happens early on in these videos that I record. We've got a corner. Nothing really happened to it, but Drewsbury Hall does win the ball back. Plays it to Luke Thomas, to Drewsbury Hall. What I am thinking is some of these players, the fringe players, they're going to want to play well when they're playing. Atakan loses the ball. He's been frustrating for me this season. He's not been as good as I thought he would be. He wants to play a defensive midfielder. He got angry at me right early on in the season because I subbed him off when he was having an average game, saying he was having a good game. And yeah, it's just one of them ones. He's not been great, but he did a good tackle there, Beniotti, and I talked him up, and he is starting to look good. He's the one that's got the biggest value in the team. He's worth about 90 million, it's saying. So I'm not going to let him go anytime soon. I reckon, would be a superstar for us. Not quite there. In a couple of years' time, he'll be a superstar. So that's what we're building. We're not expecting this Leicester team to be higher up in the league, really. Just mid-table, I think. I set out this season to have high expectations of this club, expecting us to win a lot of games and be fighting for Europa League football instead of fighting to try and stay up. And I think I had to adjust my own kind of thought on this because I didn't really improve the team that much from going up from the Championship. We've got some young players that are going to be good enough for the Premier League, but not good enough at the moment, so they need to get game time. You've got aging players that are coming to the end of their careers, like, for example, Conor Cody, Jamie Vardy. You need to get replacements for them. So just trying to get that balance, and we didn't really have the cash to do it. We're not going to really have the cash to do it next season either. So we're going to have to buy to sell, but hopefully some of these young players that we've got in will do us the job. And Patterson Daka's got injured. That's frustrating. I don't know why this keeps bloody changing. It's not that bad of an injury for Patterson Daka because we've got cover up front. We need that striker that's going to score the goals. But at the minute, when it comes to January, I'm going to get another centre back. I need to find a replacement for Conor Cody. Ziegler is actually starting to play a lot better. We've brought him in and he is playing a lot better. Waterhouse is struggling to get into the team now. Normally when he does play, we can see the goal. He needs to do better. But Beniotti's here. We've got a free kick. I've realised I've not stopped speaking for this whole entire game, just speaking about the team. But Conor Cody, can we have a nice passing play here? Also as well, we went back to the 4-3-3. I changed it up and it's worked. Oh, come on. Turn and hit. Drewsbury Hall's in. We've scored. It's 1-0. Obviously, yeah, the big change from the last episode, I went back to the 4-3-3 because obviously form wasn't doing well for us. So you change the formation. We go back to what we knew best. And it's definitely working. Harry Winks as well is coming to the squad. He's done well. And Atakan gets the assist. Drewsbury Hall just turns and shoots, as the captain does. He's back from his injury and he's scoring goals. But now, is this going to be... We've scored against a team that should be beating us. Are they then just going to come back and instantly score? And I do find that this happens quite a lot. But I'm not going to change it. We're going to see. There we go. We managed to just defend it. And we're 1-0 up. Do we deserve to be 1-0 up? Possibly not. Let's just have a look. We've had 4 shots. Every shot we've had has been on target. But XG-wise, not great. Possession-wise, it's been alright. We've not been terrible. Drewsbury Hall is looking a little bit tired. He's been the best player on the pitch so far, but we're going to have to look to possibly take him off. He goes close from a free kick quite far out. The ball's just hopping around in the Liverpool area. We do pick the ball up, and that's it. I think Drewsbury Hall's going to have to come off, and so is Atakan. But we have got players that can play in these positions. i.e. we've got Ndidi that can play as a ball-winning midfielder, and then I can bring on Samore that also can play as a box-to-box midfielder. We'll make them. I know it's probably not good changing two of the midfielders that are having a good game. You take them off, that's probably going to completely change the game, but we've got to do that. Ziegler's, again, he's another player that's having a good game. I don't really want to take him off. Luke Thomas, I'm going to take off. In fact, no, I'm going to leave Luke Thomas. No, I'm going to have to take Luke Thomas off and bring James Justin on. I think that's the sensible option. With Christensen out injured, I don't have cover on left or right back, which is quite frustrating. And you look at this, we've taken off the two players that were doing well in midfield, and I'd say poor substitute wise, because now Liverpool are going to get back into the game unless we can play it out the back quite nice. Winks here again loses the ball. Liverpool are going to get a goal here. We're not playing well unless Liverpool just can't shoot today. That's their issue. They cannot shoot and not test the goalkeeper. Right, sub-wise, what are we going to do here? So we've made 3 already. We've only got 2 subs to go. Do we take off? The problem is, everyone that's tired is having good games. Benetti, I bigged him up. He's not actually having a good time. I'm going to bring on Youngs. He's come back from injury. Let's get some game time into him. And then I've got... No, this is my last stoppage. James Justin can come on. We'll do that. And just pray no one else gets injured. We could have left him for a bit longer, but I can't see us holding out. I could drop down to defensive or something right now. There's the goal. It was coming. Liverpool have been all over us. And we've taken off our best players in midfield that were kind of creating the game. They clearly were, but I need to kind of worry about injuries because Dewsbury Hall's picked up a few injuries this season and he had to come off, and Atakan just, again, looking tired, defensive midfielder. You need to get someone on. The players we've brought on can do the job, but it's just against Liverpool. We're going to lose this game. I needed to rest some players. Hermsman, though, he's having a great gaming goal. 7.5 rating. He's doing well. Connor Cody, though, plays it out the back to Sable. What can he do here? Can he find Youngs? He can. Youngs. We play quite deep. Indeed, he picks it up to Samore. Plays it back to Ziegler. He's going to play it. Tok loses it, unfortunately. Then tries to win it back. Loses it again. And that's Jota in for his second goal of the game. And Liverpool now on top. I'm going to go attacking. It tends to work if we go attacking. We tend to get a goal. But I just think the changes we've made, we've kind of weakened the team. And Liverpool were looking like they were going to win this game anyway. And it's... Tok's not had a great game on the left. You just think, I've taken off the best 2 players that was probably on the pitch, but we needed to because they were tired. I didn't want them to get injured. We'll probably concede another goal here now. I've gone attacking instead of... Yeah, we have. Jota's got his hat-trick. Do we... Do you know what? Screw it. We'll just go to balanced and just try and hold it out. I don't really want to ruin our goal difference. I'm going to skip it. The goal difference is on -3. It's Wolves are on... it's -4. Wolves and Palace and Brighton are all on worse goal difference to us. So we end up on the same amount of points to them. We'll go above them at some point. So yeah, goal difference 3-1 against Liverpool. Unfortunately, it was what was going to happen, and we took off our main players. As soon as we took off Dewsbury Hall and Atakan, that's when we just dropped, unfortunately. And it was... I needed to do it because I needed to keep them guys fit for... I did the team talk wrong as well, unfortunately. But it was my bad. I'd take that as me that got that wrong. So, it is what it is. We're still in 13th place, though. We're not worried about relegation at the minute. We're more worried about what's above us and how we can catch them, which is nice to see. Patson Daka, though, he's out to 3 to 4 weeks, unfortunately. And then everyone else is just a tad bit tired. But... that's fine. We're going to rest the players. Then we've got York City. Should be a walk in the park. We are going to rotate the team and see some of the other players that haven't played much football for us. So let's get into the York game. Right, so here we are. The lineup for York City in the FA Cup. It should be a nice, easy game for us to win, hopefully, but no game is easy on Football Manager. But this is how we're lining up. It's still quite a strong team. Hermsman's going to be in goal. Again, I've promised him more football. Rick, he's going to come back in the next couple of games. But Justin, Connor Cody and Walt Faust is going to be... and Thomas, sorry, is going to be the back 4. Then the midfield trio is going to be Ndidi, Samore and Dewsbury Hall, with Youngs and Mavdidi as the wingers with David Washington up top. Hopefully he can get a couple of goals. Tom Cannon's on the bench for the injured Patterson Daka. So we are down to kind of 2 strikers at this moment in time. We have got Tok as well, who can be a striker. So it's not too bad. So hopefully we're at York. We're away at York. So this is not ideal for York. They probably would have liked to get us in the us at home for them to get a bit of money. But it should be just an easy game for us. It should be 4 goals at least. I reckon it'd be good if we could get 4 goals, just to help some players out. Mavdidi again scoring straight away within 2 minutes. It should be a nice easy game, and this is a game for the players, the fringe players, just to get a bit of traction for Mavdidi. I'm going to try and sell him in this transfer window if I can, just to get some money for him. Harry, the centre back, is not getting much game time. I've eyed a centre back up I want to put a bid in for, but I do need to sell some players in order to bring players in. I did ask for more transfer budget. The board are not giving me it, so we're just gonna have to make do with what we've got and try and make our own transfer budget. So there's a couple of fringe players that possibly need to go. If we replace the fringe players with first team starters, we're definitely improving the team. But James Justin's in, crosses the ball. Madidi goes close again. The only issue I have with this Football Manager when it comes to transfers and trying to get players out, a lot of the players just want to go out on loan. The clubs come in, we'll loan to buy and all that sort of stuff, and it really annoys me. Just give me a transfer fee just to leave. It'd be nice, just so I can let them go. But this loan to buy thing really does my head in what the AI puts in. Right, we're on the attack again. James Justin picks the ball up in the box, crosses in. There's no one really there. That's the problem with the strikers. Madidi tries to get cross in. No one there. Luke Thomas crosses in. David has the shot, gets blocked. Youngs to Justin, to Samore, loses it out. We're not finishing our dinner at the minute. And Youngs, this is a good game for Youngs actually, because he's come back from injury. Beniati is playing so much better on that right hand side. We've got an injury to James Justin. That is not an injury we need right now. We've done so well all season with Justin not getting injured. Gustavo, obviously, he's come back from injury. He's fine. The only issue is we've only got 2 players that can play in that position and 2 players that can really play in the left back position. I don't want to strengthen them in this minute. I want to strengthen the defence. We've just won a penalty here. I think it's going to be, is it David Washington that's going to take it? Yes, it's his. David is going to take this. Is he going to get his 4th goal of the season for us? He shoots, he scores. That, I'm sure it's his 4th goal of the season. Yes, it is. He's on loan from Chelsea. He's worth quite a bit. The other lad we've got on loan, Tok, he's only worth like 5 million, and he looks like he could be a decent player. I might try and buy him next season. Just a bit of a bit of an investment really. But yeah, I'm happy with things so far. Other than the injury, I am very happy with how things are. I'm probably going to take off David and bring on Tom Cannon to get him some game time. Youngs, I'm going to keep him on. Drewsbury Hall, probably take him off just to rest him. Everyone else, we'll just have to see how we get on. In fact, we're going to make these changes now, actually. I'm going to bring on Tom Cannon now. Just, again, I want to get him some game time. And then, I don't know why this is being faffy and annoying. And then I said Drewsbury Hall is going to come off. So I'm going to bring on Harry Winks instead of Drewsbury Hall. That's fine. And do I want to make any other changes? Youngs is actually not having a great game. I'm going to give Youngs another 10 minutes. And I'm going to... What I'm going to do is try and give him Youngs a shout to kind of fire him up, because he's going to come off within 10 minutes. I'm going to bring on McCule instead. We'll just have to see how he does. Holmesman just picks the ball. It'd be nice for him to get a clean sheet. I have actually put him to potentially be loaned out to get some game time, and then we can put Jakubovic or whatever his name is, Jakub, on the bench, and have Holmesman out on loan that's playing regular football just to get better. But I just don't know what to do with him. Youngs. Okay, we fired him up. He's had a shot. Yes, it wasn't on target, but 6.6. He's not really improving that much. If he manages to get a goal, I'll keep him on. But there's the tackle. There's another penalty. Who's taking it? It's Winks. Harry Winks is going to take it. Should be 3-0 here. I did say I wanted 4. Harry Winks, just a nice, easy penalty. I don't like the the animations for the goalkeepers diving for penalties here, because he actually dived the right way, and he was a bit late to dive in, but I feel like he should have done better. Youngs is going to come off. He's not had a great game, has he? Not had a great game. Probably should have put him as the winger. Do you know who should actually? No, I'm going to bring on McAteer, because he's not played a lot of football for us yet this season. I have big hopes for him. So what we could do is bring on Wanya on this left-hand side. Take my DD off and just do that instead. Mav's done all he can. He's got his goal. As long as we keep... I don't want to concede against York, though. I don't want to give them any hope of getting back into the game. I'd like to just score another goal. 4-0. Nice clean sheet. Walt Farce and Connor Cody having a good game at centre-back together. Obviously, ratings-wise, not particularly great, but they've not had much to do. It's all been attacking from us. McAteer, here we go. He's in. I had the shot. If that was last season, he would have scored that. We also are, by the way, we did win the Carabao Cup last season, didn't we? But we've knocked out the Carabao Cup. So this is the one, and obviously the European Cup was still in. It would be nice to try and go into the later stages of the FA Cup, maybe get a nice, easy couple of draws and see if we can potentially win a cup. But like I said, I've put the cup bonuses down to quite low, so they're a bit annoyed about that. So we'll just have to see if we do end up winning. Because the first time I dropped them to low, because I just wanted that bit more transfer budget and wage budget. I think that was just to try and bring in the players we brought in, and we just struggled. We struggled to bring in the players. We didn't have the budget to do it. We had 30 odd million to try and build a Premier League squad, which is pittance really, and we're going to have about the same next season as well. I can't see the board giving us any more than 30 million, so it's probably about one player, unless we sell Beniotti for 90 million, and then all you've got to do is spend probably another 40 million to replace him. Is it worth it? No. But we won 3-0 anyway, and players that don't normally get a chance to play, I say don't normally get a chance to play, other than Mav, the other players, Cannon, McCule, McAteer, didn't do well. Youngs didn't do too well. Dewsbury Hall didn't have a great game, but a good win. We're into the next round of the FA Cup. So what I need to do now is kind of plan what we're doing. 4 weeks James Justin's out injured for. That is not ideal. That's pretty much the whole of January. Not good. We're going to come back, though, at the end of Jan, because I'm going to do the transfer window. We don't know who we're going to play in that FA Cup match. If it's going to be someone big that could potentially knock us out, we may come back to do that FA Cup game in Leeds, or it's going to be Nottingham Forest and Villa, and I feel like that should be really the... In fact, no, screw that. No matter what, I'm going to come back. We're going to do Nottingham Forest and Villa, because Forest, we need to beat them. Villa are flying high. In a way, that's kind of a localish derby. It's an East Midlands derby anyway, isn't it? East Midlands? It's a Midlands derby anyway. And then you've got Nottingham Forest that is our big rival team, so hopefully we can beat them. And then we're coming on to the end of the season, and I think the plan is we've got Europa League. Depending on how well we do in the knockout stages of that, is how many games we'll show. If we get knocked out of it, I'll just keep going on until the end of the season, and we'll call it there. So that is going to be it. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've just spoken for about a good 28 minutes of this 33 minutes of recording, so that's going to be fun for me to edit, but it's fine. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you're staying safe wherever you are. Take it easy, and I'll see you in a bit.